Renowned Caribbean pollster Don Anderson says the results from surveys conducted over the last 4 months in St. Kitts and Nevis show the People's Labour Party, PLP, gaining momentum ahead of the August 5th general elections. Mr. Anderson, in an interview with SK Newsline on Monday, said he has completed 5 polls over the last 4 months in the Federation, interviewing in excess of 4,000 eligible voters. These polls have all been representative of the voting population, he said.
From poll to poll, the findings varied. But we picked up a particular trend from when we started around about March, which indicated that the PLP, which was of course part of the Team Unity coalition, has been picking up ground over the polls. And in the most recent poll we did between June and July, the indications from the data are that the PLP has picked up. The momentum is with the PLP, and the indications are that they could do well in the elections. As a political pollster, as a professional market researcher, we're not part of the thing we don't claim responsibility for is what happens on election day.
The polls also showed the weakening of support for the People's Action Movement PAM in 4 constituencies they currently hold, and the growing emergence of the PLP, making the election contest a straight fight between the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party and the People's Labour Party.
What we've found is that the PAM is struggling. I think it is fair to say that it probably is more of a 2-horse race than a 3-horse race. PAM has lost significant ground in the constituencies that it occupied before. And as a result, what is happening there seems to be a shift away from support for PAM and some amount of shift of support from Labour to PLP. Because having not been there in 5 constituencies before, they're now picking up ground, and obviously they're taking it from somewhere. There aren't that many new voters to make the difference. So it is coming from one of those 2 political parties. And it is coming more so from PAM than from Labour.
According to Mr. Anderson on Nevis, the Concerned Citizens Movement, CCM, appears to have lost support in 2 of the 3 constituencies which they currently hold there, whilst the Nevis Reformation Party is now favoured to take these 2 seats in the August 5th general election.
We have seen where there has been a quantum shift in our data from the CCM, which currently occupies the 3 positions in Nevis, to a situation where they are in a reasonable position in only one of those 3. So that the NRP, from our data, is in what you would call pole position in that island in the Federation. The NRP is looking pretty decent in 2 of those 3 constituencies, and that to me is a very important piece of information to kind of store in one's mind.
Tuesday, July 26 is nomination day, while election day is August 5th. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.